Hello, what is up? It's Leah coming out to you live from a really empty room that she still has yet to decorate. What's up? Welcome to the fourth, oh my god, it's 4 already, fourth part of the Genshin Impact Iceberg series that we're doing over here. I am so excited, like literally after this we only have 2 more left. It's about to get real deep. Anyways, before we jump right into the iceberg, make sure you follow me over on my Twitch. I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're doing some Genshin Impact on Thursdays. Sometimes I play with viewers. We're starting that back up again. So if you want to come play Genshin with me, come hang out. You can also join our Discord server. We hang out in there all the time as well. Also, you should follow me on TikTok because I be posting some Genshin memes sometimes. And sometimes they make people laugh. So I'm kind of a genius. All right, let's get into part 4 of the Genshin Impact Iceberg. To start off the iceberg, to start off this level of the iceberg, we're going to be starting with the false sky theory. Now, this is one that I've heard about a little bit. I wasn't around. I was doing finals, or was I? I don't know. I was doing something when the story quest with Mona Official and Scaramouche was an event quest when that came out. I was not here for the whole false sky quest, right? Scaramouche pulls up and he's like, this sky isn't real, bitches. And then he leaves. And then Mona's like, what are you talking about? I literally study the stars. Are you dead ass? And he's like, yes, I am dead ass. Also, I hate you. And then the Genshin fandom decided that they belong together. That's essentially what happened in that quest, in case you didn't know. Here's a quote from Scaramouche. Okay, don't come for me. He said, the stars, the sky, it's all a gigantic hoax. A lie. Wow. Deep words from Scaramouche. So what is the false sky theory? I was reading one article on Hoyo Lab, you know, the Genshin website or whatever. Hold on. Let me get you the deets, okay? John, you can put some like really intense hacker sounds right now. Okay. And maybe cut this down. This article is written by Herfunmola. I'll link it down below because it's very, very extensive and I'm only gonna touch on like the basics of it, obviously. But basically, one of the things they mention is that they have this theory that the god of the sky was killed and so the whole sky collapsed. And then Celestia, which we talked about before, had to put up a fake sky over Teyvat. I don't know why. I don't know why. They have a very detailed description. I still don't really understand why Celestia would do, like, is there just no sky anymore? Like, I'm confused as to how this is working. Anyways, they also talk about ancient civilizations. They reference some of the actual, like, Genshin books for this theory. And apparently a lot of the books discuss the fall of an ancient civilization, and there's like moon sisters, and so they think that they're referencing the 3 phases of the moon, and it says that the sisters were parted by death in a great catastrophe. Now this person's theory is that the catastrophe was the sky collapsing. I feel like if the sky collapsed, everyone would be dead. I don't know how you would survive that. I don't know what the sky collapsing looks like. I can't even picture the sky falling. Like, is it pieces? Is it just not there anymore? You know, I don't really know what that means. I think this is a very interesting theory. I think that obviously there's something about the sky being a lie. Like, if we know anything about Genshin, it's that they don't just put things in there for no reason. So I really, really think that Scaramouche's quote has significance to it. I just don't fully understand exactly what it means and what it's going to be, but I am no expert. Hot take, I think something's up with the sky. I think that we'll learn more about this theory as we get to know Scaramouche, if he literally ever comes out, because oh my god, we've been waiting forever. But when he does come out, I hope we get some more clarification on what he saw and what he meant by the sky is fake. The second part of this iceberg tier is Lumen and Aether are descendants of Otto Apocalypse. Now, Otto Apocalypse is a character for Honkai Impact. right, that's really all you need to know. I literally couldn't find anything about why they would be descendants from him. I literally think it's because they just look alike. Like I'm like 99.9% sure. That's a really high percentage. Maybe like 75 is a lower percentage. All right, I'm like 75% sure it's just because they look alike. Like they're blonde. That's it. They're just blonde. I don't really believe this one because I haven't seen literally any evidence. If you have evidence, please comment it down below because I'm so confused. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like the biggest Honkai. Honkai's gonna collab with them and then this, and then it's gonna be, and then it was just like they look alike. Okay, so I don't know what to tell you. All right, next up on the iceberg is, I'm gonna butcher this, Ruoxin and Kevin. Now we talked about Kevin before. I didn't even realize that this was gonna come up on the iceberg, but we talked about Kevin before in one of the earlier tiers when we discussed unused models in the game. And here's the deets from Genshin Impact info and updates on Facebook. I was really shocked to find like a Facebook page about this. I don't know why. Sorry, Mark, but I'm just not using it like that. But anyways, Ruoxin was a code name for the male traveler and / Aether in Genshin Impact's first beta. The listing of them being a playable character has not been updated since Genshin Impact's first beta, and it can be safely assumed it's just obsolete information. Kevin was a codename for the travelers in Genshin Impact's first beta as well. Kevin is actually using the model for Kate, which is also just a placeholder for the travelers. We have Kate and Kevin and Ruoxin. Oh gosh, how long has that been up? So basically they're just placeholders. They were just there in the beta. They're just hanging out. I think it's interesting that they fully did Aether. I guess it makes sense because Aether's the canon protagonist. But it's very interesting that they fully did Aether and then Kate just feels kind of random. What are you guys feeling? What are we thinking? I think that this is just a cool little Easter egg. I think it's really cool to see their earlier models. Aether looks pretty much the same and Lumine does not exist yet. I thought this was a cool post. I really, really liked it. If you want to see more about unused models, I'll put a little card up here for the episode part whatever of the Iceberg series that we discussed that on. Next up on the iceberg is that the monsters are lost citizens of Khaenri'ahn. This is another one. Again, I always preface this iceberg was made before the We Will Be Reunited quest, okay? We Will Be Reunited quest, spoilers, big spoiler warning for We Will Be Reunited quest, but honestly, you should get on that. It's like been forever, okay? You need to grind and do it because it's not even a spoiler at this point. We all know. The monsters are lost citizens of Khaenri'ahn. This is absolutely confirmed. Whoever came up with this theory, go off, all right? Because you were right. You can see in the We Will Be Reunited quest, there is talk about the Abyss actually being lost citizens of Khaenri'ahn turned into monsters, which I think is really fucked up, dude. That's it. I just think it's really fucked up and I feel bad for fighting literally everyone in this game. It's making me question my morals. Yeah, so that's the monsters of the lost citizens of Khaenri'ahn. This is absolutely true. They were turned into monsters that we now fight. And I just feel like we're the bad guy in that situation. Like, why are we fighting them? All right, next up is the Genshin and Honkai crossover plotline. I actually could not find any ideas for a plot. I know that there's ideas of like characters being connected that we've talked about before, but plotline wise, I could not find any specific ideas referring to like what the plot necessarily would be in Genshin. But we can talk about Honkai Impact the Third and Genshin Impact crossover event was recently announced by Honkai Impact. Unfortunately, we're not getting anything in Genshin, but they're getting Fischl and Keqing in Honkai. Fischl and Keqing are going to Honkai, and wow, their movesets look so cool in Honkai, and I would just simply like an Electro buff. It looks like they just got the Electro buff in Honkai, and like we were just like, hey, watch my Keqing do like minuscule damage, but that'll be really cool. I'm excited to see it. I've played Honkai a little bit and I've liked it, but I'm interested to see what Fischl and Keqing play like in Honkai. It's pretty much all we have right now. Again, we talked about before about some connections regarding Honkai and Genshin characters, but I could not find anything that really detailed what a plot would look like. But if you have ideas for what plot would look like, please comment them down below. I would love, love, love to know your theories, because I'm still not completely sold on the Honkai and Genshin being literally like in the same universe thing. Like I think same like multiverse, but not like the same universe, you know? But if you disagree, please make your case, because I am down to be a little Honkai conspiracy theorist, okay? Next up is that Hilichurls are failed experiments. I think it's really possible, okay? We've talked about Alice, who's Klee's mother, before, and I already talked about how she's crazy. I don't have the best impression of her, all right? She wants to experiment on the Hilichurls. She seems really cruel to them. It makes me actually really, really sad for the Hilichurls. Like, I don't know why she's so, like, violent towards them. Like, I know that they attack people and stuff, but she's, like, violent. I think that we're gonna find out some information later on in this game that makes us feel really bad for Hilichurls. Like there's main character dialogue about feeling bad for like being too harsh on the Hilichurls. We know about Khaenri'ah, like we talked about this earlier, about the lost citizens of Khaenri'ah getting turned into monsters. I personally think we're gonna learn something way darker about Hilichurls. I think we're gonna feel really bad. I feel like we're awful to Hilichurls, and for what? I don't know, I'm just scared. Do I think they're failed experiments? No, I think they're the monsters. I think they were turned into monsters in Khaenri'ah. But do I think they're being experimented on by Alice? It looks like yes. But I do think that we're gonna learn more about the Hilichurls, and we're gonna feel really awful about ourselves, as we should, because I feel like we're just attacking a group of people for no reason. And Alice and I are gonna have some problems, okay? We're gonna have beef. I have beef with Alice. Alice, square up. I'm stealing your daughter because you don't deserve her. Moving on. Next up is Amber's hidden lore potential. Okay, if you don't know a lot about Amber's story, you should look into it because it's really interesting. Let me talk about it a little bit. Okay, we know that Amber's an outrider, and she mentions that she's the only outrider, I believe, at one point in the story. And that's true because apparently her grandfather, I'm really excited about this, her grandfather was leader of the outriders, and they were like a whole group. Like they was chilling, they was hanging out. And then she, since she was little, she wanted to be one too. And then she was finally training to be one. From what I understood, her grandfather just went missing, and then all of the outriders like collapsed. They had like no structure or anything. They sucked. They couldn't do anything. And so she is the last outrider remaining, and she's dedicated to being the best one. And she's always been very, very adventurous. When it talks about hidden lore potential, I think maybe learning more about her grandfather. I'm really interested to see like where he went. Did he die? How will that change Amber when she finds out? I really want to know. I feel like that would be so interesting. Clearly he was a really important part of the Knights of Favonius. So I definitely think Amber does have some hidden lore potential. I feel like she has a lot of potential as a character, especially because Genshin made Amber like their poster child when the game was coming out. I would hope that there's some more story behind her. I feel like we're gonna learn a lot more about a lot of the characters we first met very soon, like Kaeya and Jeem and Amber and Lisa too. Dude, we like know nothing about Lisa. Genshin, teach me about Lisa, please. I think we're gonna learn a lot about the people that we first met very soon in this game. I just don't know when, because I feel like it should be soon, but there's so much that we haven't gotten to yet. Like we still have Inazuma and Shinesnaya and the Chasm, and I don't know where we're gonna learn about them, but I really do hope we do. Maybe it'll be in 10 years. I don't know, but I hope it's sooner. Next up on the iceberg is Genshin Storage take up. This is pretty straightforward. Genshin is a big game, takes up a lot of storage, and it can be annoying to update if you don't have a lot of storage on your computer or on your phone or on your PS4, I guess, or PS5 now. There was a new update that let you uninstall dialogue in other languages to cut down on space, so that's pretty cool. But that's pretty much all. It's just Genshin. Genshin is a big ass game, all right? That's the bulk of it. All right, next up, we have the Abyss Order is good. I couldn't find anything talking about necessarily the Abyss Order being good, but I did find people talking about the Archons being bad. Again, I'm kind of on the fence about this because we talked about this before, about like the demon names, like we kind of ruled that out. I don't think the demon names have that much significance. I could be wrong, but right now I'm not on board with that. I will say I did watch the trailer for We Will Be Reunited. I had no idea there was one, first of all, that showed Lumine's point of of view in the story. I don't think she's evil. I think we're getting a Killmonger situation, right? I don't think she's evil, but maybe she's going about things the wrong way. Because like, I loved Black Panther, but I was like, Killmonger kind of right. Like, you guys are kind of fucked for having all of this and not helping anyone. And that's kind of how I'm feeling about like Lumine. I feel like she's right. I feel like it is fucked up. And I think that she's trying to do good, but I think she's going about it the wrong way. But are we going about anything the right way? I don't know, dude. I think it'll be really interesting to see. Lumine is Killmonger in my mind right now. Okay. It'll be really interesting to see like where this goes, but I don't think the Abyss is evil. Hot take, I know. I really don't think they're evil. I think we're both going about things the wrong way. And what even are we doing? All we want is to find our sister. Why are we helping all these randos? I think that Lumine has a point. Do I know it? No, but I'm sure she has one. I don't think she's evil for no reason. I sincerely do not believe that. Oh, wow. That was so much shorter. What? Are we already done? Wow. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. That felt much shorter than the other ones. I don't know what the edit's gonna come out to, but that felt like much shorter. We kind of blazed right through that. Thanks so much again, guys, for all the support on these Iceberg videos. They're so fun to make. Please leave a comment down below and let me know. Is there anything you agreed with, you disagreed with, any theories you have? I love reading the comments. I love reading all the evidence that you guys have. Like, seriously, it's so fun. So please feel free to leave a comment down below. I'd love to read it. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. Like I said, I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. EST. You can also follow me on my TikTok as well. I have a Twitter too. And also make sure you join the Discord because we have a bunch of community members there who love Genshin just as much as you do. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.